I could make a great. Uh, I could progress.
I could
I could,
progress.
yeah, I could progress with a task that I was doing, and I had some blockers. But the I was able to succeed to succeed and finish some tasks that I was blocked. Uh, Today I will be working on some tasks related to two clients. Um, at noon, I had to go to the ophthalmologist,
The what? Sorry.
uh, the the doctor that take care of the eyes.
Ah, what's the word, Danny?
He said ophthalmologist. I think that is correct.
Okay.
Okay,
You can say the eye doctor as well.
Eye doctor.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Um, at this moment, I don't have any blocker.
Okay. Yeah, we say in Australia optometrist.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I'm just gonna write that down in optometrist. Sorry, did you say what you're gonna do today, Guillermo?
Yes, I will be working on some tasks related to two clients.
Okay, great. Danny, I just put the link for the whiteboard in the chat of the Google Meet, so you can
Yeah.
check that out. What I'm writing there. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
So, okay, interesting, guys. Thanks for sharing that. What you're doing. We can go now. I'm just going to check, guys, some phrases that we did last class. So, no peeking, guys. No peeking. Just want to see if you. So, if your colleague, you can't hear your colleague because of the mute, what should you say, guys?
Can
Sorry,
you repeat,
Daniel.
Sorry?
please? Can you repeat, please?
If you can't hear your colleague because they have the feature of the button mute on, what should you say?
We can hear you, Daniel. You're on mute.
You're on mute. Perfect. You're on mute. Perfect. Okay. Another one, guys. How do I say, if I say it in Spanish, ¿Dónde estás ahora? But in a formal, polite way in English.
Where are you currently based?
Where are you currently based? Perfect. Yep. Good. And
You
then,
can use you can use located instead of base too, or not?
where are you currently located? Perfect as well.
Okay.
Same. Good. Good alternative, Guillermo. Yeah. And then another one is, do you remember that expression we said last class when I said, in this moment, I can't remember. I need to check the expression in English.
Yeah.
Something with head.
Yeah. From the top of my head,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Very good. From the top of my head, I can't remember. Good, good. And then we said some expressions, guys. Instead of saying, do you understand me? Do you remember we talked about different alternatives?
Yeah.
It's a little bit rude to say, do you understand? It's like, it's a little bit direct. And
Do you
something,
follow me?
do you follow me? Perfect. Yeah.
Um, was I clear? Maybe.
Yeah.
Did I make myself clear? Yeah. Yeah. Did I make myself clear? is an expression that I remember that the teachers would use as a child. Did I make myself clear? So you have to be careful. I don't know. Is that
Okay.
the same, is that the same for you, Danny, or no?
Well, yeah, it sounds like your parents saying something to you when you did something like bad and they don't want it to happen again, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I make myself clear? Is a little bit.
Like they told you, you don't have to do that again. Did I make myself clear? And they're mad. They're
Yeah.
angry.
So
Okay.
yeah. So I would avoid. Did I make myself clear, or is that clear? Like, yeah. I've got bad memories of that. Danny, do you have bad memories of that too? Did I make myself clear?
Yeah, probably. Yes.
Better not to say that expression, just in
Daniel,
case.
is a word I think that for that situation that is patronizing, could be.
Yeah, excellent,
Yeah.
Guillermo. It's
Patronizing.
patronizing. Very good. That's a great word, patronizing.
Mm.
And then there's one more, guys. Can you say? So Andres said right. He said, "Do you follow me?" Another one. One more. There's like I
Did,
wrote down four.
did I explain myself?
Did I explain myself? Yep. Good. Good. Great. Okay.
Are you with me?
Are you with me? Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Great. Excellent. So, guys, we did the difference between the modal verbs, and we watched the video, the TED talk. I like that video. That was interesting. Can you, can someone explain the video? We watched the TED talk, Danny, and I forgot to send it to you. Sorry, but Guillermo or Andres can fill you in on
Mhm.
the video, and they can give you a brief. What do we say, guys? When you say something about a brief.
Can
Summary.
you?
Sorry?
Okay.
Summary.
Summary, exactly. A brief summary. Guillermo Andres, would you like to give a brief summary to Danny? What was the video about so she could understand what we're talking about? We watched the TED talk, 10-minute TED talk.
I I couldn't watch it.
Mm. Okay. Guillermo?
Uh, okay. I think that the video is related to the concept that if you have some problem, you have to think, or you have to figure, you have to find multiple solutions to that problem, and it has to do with design thinking and disruptive innovation, that kind of concepts.
Those kind of concepts.
Those kind of concepts.
Very good.
Maybe Ivan can explain
Hello, Ivan.
better.
You're someone say the expression, guys. Say the expression.
Sorry, my bad. Good morning, everyone.
Ivan,
Hi,
Hi,
Danny.
Ivan.
Hello, Ivan. We have our colleague Danny with us today. This is our colleague.
Good morning.
Good morning, Danny.
Nice to meet you, Ivan.
Nice to meet you too.
sorry, Danny, where are you currently based?
Me, I'm at Córdoba.
In Córdoba City?
Yeah, in Córdoba Capital. That's right.
Yeah, Córdoba Capital.
Danny, you gave it away too easy. Your Argentinian accent. Cordoba. No, stop it. Pronounce it like a foreigner. Cordoba. Cordoba.
Córdoba. I'm at Córdoba.
But Danny was born in the USA. Whereabouts, Danny?
I was born in Boston, Massachusetts.
And then she moved to Bolivia when she was 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
In La Paz, or which city?
In Santa Cruz, actually.
Ah, beautiful Santa Cruz. Beautiful weather.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I remember flying from La Paz. I was freezing cold in the snow. Felt like -5 and high altitude.
Yeah,
And then I just arrived in Santa Cruz. I thought, this is a different country. This is beautiful.
yeah, I know.
Tropical. Wow.
Yeah.
Like different looking people and like tropical birds, tropical trees. It was like completely different Santa Cruz. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. Cool. Um, great, great. So Ivan, did you have time to watch the video? Okay. So Guillermo, it's all on you. We need you to explain. That it was it was about disruption. He talked about
Yeah.
disruption. When something disrupts your life, he said there's 3 stages. Do you remember those 3 stages, Guillermo? More or less?
Yes. To accept the problem, to get uh, inside your, yeah, to accept the problem, to think about the solution to that problem, then verify and respond.
Right. Verify and respond. Okay. Yeah. And he said when you take ownership of the problem, you have
And technology.
control. And he said that's the
Yeah.
hardest part, to take ownership of the problem,
Mm, yeah.
disruption. And he does something really cool in the video. He's like talking to the crowd for 5 minutes, and then he suddenly says, "Everybody, close your eyes." He's talking about disruption. And suddenly, when you open your eyes after 5 seconds, he has glasses on, and he's got a walking cane. So he's
Mm,
blind. He was talking to the crowd, and he's blind. But
yeah.
before, you didn't know. You're like, okay, this guy's normal talking. But suddenly, everything changes. Like your perspective of him, it's like the whole world suddenly turns upside down. You're like, whoa, he's a blind guy.
Yeah.
So he talks about he's from the USA, but then he's actually studying in the New South Wales, Sydney,
Mm,
and he said he had the problem of walking to the university, and he before he could walk there, but gradually he had the problem of running into things. He'd run into things all the time, and he'd hurt himself, and he was frustrated. The problem was that his legs would hurt because he kept on hitting things. He said, "Okay, this is my problem. I have to accept it. I'm blind. How can I improve? I'm responsible. What can I do to solve the problem?" So he thought of different things, and a simple solution is a walking cane, and he can see where he's going. So it was really interesting video about how disruption, take ownership, and also perspective of something. How it suddenly changes. Yeah. What stood out to you, Guillermo, in the video? Do you think?
Uh, that at first he he couldn't accept uh, his disability,
Yeah.
um, but once, but in and in a moment, he decided to do something to fix the problem, or to find a solution to that problem. And also he changed his way of working, because uh, the payment is irregular. Irregular is a word.
Yeah.
Okay. And he has to adapt to that situation. and well, he has to think about the multiple solution to that problem, trying to find the better solution.
Yeah, exactly. The best solution.
The best solution.
Yeah. Okay. Good, guys. And basically, does anyone have any questions about that? It's okay. All right, guys. We can go on to the book that we were talking about last week about the atomic habits, which is really interesting. Are you still? Are any of you reading this book, guys? You are reading it, correct, Guillermo?
Yeah, I'm reading.
And where are you up to? Are you up to the first chapter or second chapter?
First chapter.
Okay. You finding it interesting? Good?
Yeah.
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 Okay. What about you, Andres? Did you have a chance to look at the Atomic Habits?
No, so far.
Okay. Not so far. Okay.
Not so far.
Good, good. Well, what we can look, guys, we can look at the summary. Basically, we can fill in, Danny, what is it about Atomic Habits, guys? Can someone fill Danny in about this book, on what it's about? Maybe Ivan. Do you know about this book, Ivan? Atomic Habits?
No. I didn't realize it was in WhatsApp. I just downloaded, but I haven't read yet.
Okay, no problem. Um, Andres, you can. What is it about Atomic Habits?
The book that shared Guillermo,
Yes. Hmm.
I didn't read it,
Okay.
so I can't give you my opinion.
Okay, no problem. Guillermo, can you give us a brief summary what it's about?
Yes, the author of the book affirms that uh, you have to that in general the people um, focus on the goals that uh, they would like to achieve, but instead of focusing only on the goals, you have to focus on the little habits that change your will and your behavior, and concentrate on the process, on the on the a lot of uh, atomic habits or little habits that you can incorporate, so you can reach the goal uh, you would like to. For there is an example that, for example, in a championship, a football championship, for example, all the teams would like to win the championship.
Yeah.
But instead of focusing only on the goal, on the final goal that is to win the championship, you have to focus on the methodology you use, the eat healthy, train all the days, etc., etc. If you concentrate on those small things, or
On
a lot of
on those small things.
on those small things, you can finally achieve the goal, and in the process, you uh, you make the or you I don't know how to say. You are making the best of you.
Of yourself. Yep, you're making the best of
Of,
yourself.
yeah, of
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Excellent. Good, Guillermo. And a key word, guys, I don't think Guillermo mentioned the word, but a key word that he says is instead of focusing on the goal, you create a system.
Yeah.
Create a system. So, for example, if I want to get fit, I go and I can't just get fit. Okay, I'm going to put in my schedule. I'm going to go get a gym membership first. I'm going to put in my schedule 1 p.m. every day in my schedule. I'm going to put in gym. This is my system. I have to go. I've got to put it in my schedule. That's making a system, and that will achieve your goal. So instead of focusing on the goal, you can focus on the system, which is the key thing. And those tiny little daily things you do will get you to the goal. But rather, don't focus on the goal, focus on the system. It's great, really interesting. So, guys, we'll read the first part, Atomic Habits Summary. Would you like to read the first phrase, Andres?
Yes. For reading,
Yeah, Atomic Habits Summary in 3 sentences.
okay. Atomic Habits Summary in 3 sentences. Atomic Habits by James Clear is a comprehensive, practical guide on how to change your habits and get 1% better every day. Using a framework called the 4 laws of behavior change, Atomic Habits teaches readers a simple set of rules for creating good habits and breaking bad ones. Read the full summary to glean. I don't know what is glean.
Neither do I. I don't know what that is either.
Okay. To glean 3 key lessons from Atomic Habits, learn how to build a habit in 4 simple steps and get a handy reference guide for the strategies recommended throughout the book.
Yeah. Handy means like useful. Handy reference guide, like useful reference guide. It's okay, guys. That yeah. Atomic Habits is a New York bestseller, the highest rated habits book on Amazon. Okay, let's look. Atomic Habits summary: 3 key lessons from Atomic Habits. Would you like to read, Ivan?
Yes. This section of the Atomic Habits Summary presents key points from 3 of the core themes of the book.
Mhm.
Lesson 1: Small habits make a big difference. It is so easy to overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements on a daily basis.
Basically,
basis. Meanwhile, improving by 1% isn't particularly notable. Sometimes it isn't ever noticeable, but it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. The difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. Here's how the math works out. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you will decline nearly down to zero. That what starts a small win on a minor setback accumulates into something much more. It doesn't matter how successful or unsuccessful you are right now. What matters is whether your habits are putting you on the path towards success. Focusing on getting 1% better every day.
good. Okay, so we get the idea there. Uh, Danny, would you like to read a little bit so we can listen to your accent from USA? Lesson 2.
Sure. Okay. Lesson 2. Forget about setting goals, focus on your system instead.
Mm.
Goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the process that lead to those results. If you're having trouble changing your habits, the problem isn't you. The problem is your system. Bad habits repeat themselves again and again, not because you don't want to change, but because you have the wrong system for change. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Atomic Habits presents a proven system for building good habits and breaking bad ones.
Good. It's a great phrase, this one, right? You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Isn't that great to remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, it's so true. Yeah. Like, for example, if I'm trying to stop eating chocolate, uh, I need to create the system of not having chocolate. So instead of when I'm in the shop, supermarket, I won't buy chocolate and put it in my fridge. I'll have no chocolate. So when I'm in my house, I've got no chocolate. So my system is helping me to resist that temptation.
Yeah.
So it's really good. Have a system. Help yourself by having a system. You're not allowed to buy chocolate. There's no chocolate in the house. That way you can help yourself. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. Guys, when we read this, let's think of an example that you guys want to improve. We can talk about it at the end. For example, I had a problem going to the gym, but now I did that. What's a problem that you want to change? Uh, and we can talk about that. For example, I'm trying to build a new system for my school, a new platform, but it's really hard to change and work on that every day. I keep procrastinating. I don't do it every day, but I need to create a system. Maybe there's something that you guys want to change as well, but you can't do it. But so we can talk about that here as a real example. Let's go to the next one. Who hasn't read yet? Ivan, have you read?
Yes.
Yes, you read. Guillermo, you read?
No.
Okay, please.
Lesson 3, build identity-based habits. The key to building lasting habit is focusing on creating a new identity first. Your current behaviors are simply a reflection of your current identity. What do you know is a mirror image of the type of person you believe that you are.
Okay,
Either
what you do now?
what you do now is a mirror image of the type of person you believe that you are, either consciously or subconsciously. To
Good.
change your behavior for good, you need to start believing new things about yourself. You need to build identity-based habits. Changing your beliefs isn't nearly as hard as you might think. There are two steps. One, decide the type of person you want to be. Two, prove it to yourself with small wins. Your identity emerges. Your identity emerges out of your habits. Every action is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Okay.
Your identity emerges out of your habits. Every action is a vote for the type of person you wish to become.
Mhm.
It's great. Yeah. So identity. If you relate it to your identity, it's a great example. Yeah. So we'll keep reading here. How to build better habits in 4 simple steps. This section of the Atomic Habits Summary presents key points from the actionable strategies in the book. organized around the framework called the 4 laws of behavior change. The process of building a habit can be divided into 4 simple steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. Breaking it down into these fundamental parts can help us understand what a habit is, how it works, and how to improve it. The habit loop: cue, craving, response, reward. Okay.
What is Q, Daniel?
Um, something. How can I explain it? It's like how would you explain it, Danny? To cue, it's like a trigger, something that triggers you to do something. Does that make sense, guy? Trigger. If I put a chocolate in front of your face, you'd be like, "Oh, delicious." It's like it makes you act in a way. It triggers you. What's the word for trigger? Like a trigger, like on a gun. That's the trigger. So,
Uh,
um, yeah, a good example that Danny and I spoke about at the beginning of the class when we said, "Do I make myself clear?" This triggers something.
Triggers.
Yeah, this
Right.
triggers something in Danny's memory and my memory as a child. When our mum or
mm,
our dad said, "Did I make myself clear?" We have a bad association, and it triggers us to feel bad. It's a trigger. If someone says to me, "Do I make myself clear?" That triggers an emotion, a bad emotion. It makes me feel bad, and so there's triggers everywhere, and so and I think here is like trigger. Yeah,
okay.
we'll continue reading. The cue triggers a craving, which motivates a response, which provides a reward, which satisfies the craving, and ultimately becomes associated with the cue. Okay. Together, these 4 steps form a neurological feedback loop: cue, craving, response, reward. Cue, craving, response, reward. That ultimately allows you to create automatic habits. The cycle is known as the habit loop. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Is this making sense, more or less? Yeah. It's interesting,
Yes.
this method concept. Yeah. Andres, can you continue? We can transform these 4 steps.
Okay. Uh, Starting for we can transform. Okay.
Yeah.
We can transform these 4 steps into a practical framework that we can use to design good habits and eliminate bad ones. The framework is called the 4 laws of behavior change, and it provides a simple set of rules for creating good habits and breaking bad ones.
Excellent. Yep. Okay. So we'll go Ivan. You can read this.
How to create a good habit. The first law, cue, make it obvious. The second law, craving, make it attractive. The third law, response, make it easy. The fourth law, reward, make it satisfying. How to break a bad habit. Inversion of the first law, cue, make it invisible. Inversion of the second law, craving, make it unattractive.
Mm.
Inversion of the third law, response, make it difficult. Inversion of the fourth law, reward, make it unsatisfying.
Okay. So can we think of an example, guys, here? What's an example? How to create a good habit? Um, who would like to explain with an example? The first law, cue, make it obvious. Second law, craving, make it attractive. What example could we use for this, guys? Do you think?
I could give you an example of how to break a bad habit. The, you remember I wanted to stop drinking soda.
Yeah,
I achieved that.
very good. You stopped doing it, Ivan.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I stopped buying soda, so it make it invisible, and
Very good.
I got accustomed to not drinking water.
I got accustomed to
Custom.
drinking water, or you can say better. Ivan sounds better when you say I got used to
I got used to
drinking water.
drinking water, and now if there's soda available, I will prefer water.
Really?
Yes,
That's amazing, Ivan. So how did you? So you stopped buying it is the first thing. Okay.
yes.
Wow, that's really good. Guillermo, Andres, can you think of any habits, good habits, bad? Or Danny? Maybe you've got a good example in your mind. You could tell us about you've changed a habit in the past. Maybe Danny, you could tell us about.
Of changing a habit, creating a habit, or breaking a bad habit.
Yeah,
Which one?
whichever one you want, whichever one's easier for you to remember.
Mm,
Off the top of your head. There you go.
on the top of my head,
Off the top of
yeah.
my head, like she's not gonna go read a book or check. She's just gonna do it in the moment, like
Mhm.
not think too much. Off the top of your head, anything. Yeah.
Well, I remember a time when I was at school, still in school. I wanted to exercise more. And so I created a habit of doing it by, I had like a stationary machine to exercise in my room. And so I got up really early and then it was there, like in front of my bed. So I made it obvious and also attractive because it was just there. I just had to wake up, change, and do the exercise. And then like I would do that really early in the morning, no breakfast. And so my reward was to have breakfast after I exercised.
Excellent. Very good. And you could even add things, Danny, to make it attractive. You could put on some music.
Yeah, I did put on some music. Actually, my alarm clock was like my TV, which was like in a music channel. And so when I woke up, I heard music, and that was like also attractive because the music, I love music, and I listen to music when I'm exercising. So yeah, that made it easier.
Awesome, awesome, cool. What about you, Andres and Guillermo? You have one habit that you stopped or that you started. You can relate to these steps.
Yeah, I wanted some years ago. I wanted to go biking 3 or 4 times a week, but I couldn't because in winter. But in that time, I went biking at night or in the afternoon. But in winter, it was so cold that some days I I didn't go bike. I didn't go biking. So I changed in winter to the instead of going in the afternoon or at night, I started to go biking at noon in
Okay.
winter. Um, in that way, well, there was the sun. It was more attractive to go biking, and I adapt or I adapt this new habit of going biking at noon in winter and at night or in the afternoon in spring and summer.
Summer.
So in that way, I could achieve the goal to go biking 3 or 4 days a week.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, great. And what about you, Andres? Something that you stopped or started?
Recently, I started again to studying at night, and I can think about a good habit that I started making it obvious and
Making what? Sorry,
making it obvious.
making it obvious. Okay.
Obvious. I thought about the need of uh, being in training uh, for expanding my knowledge about soft skills and management. I think it is very clear the need of improving myself.
Improving yourself.
Uh,
Mhm.
About the second step, I think it is making it easy.
Making it easy.
Make it easy. Well, I put a pin in my browser in my PC
Yeah.
with the direct link to the web page of the platform for studying. So I just turn on my PC and go directly to the website.
Hmm.
And the third step, I think, make it attractive.
Yeah.
Uh, well, the web site has some videos and some uh, easy resources for access and for using. So um, I like the way the platform offers the studying resources. And making it satisfying, I just put some background music on Spotify.
Hmm.
So the ambience or ambient,
You can say atmosphere.
the atmosphere
Yeah.
around me and around the PC and the place in my place is more satisfying and more pleasant.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So, guys, that's great that we could share these examples together. What I'd like to do for next class, we can read a little bit more, and you can next class we will read the next part. I'll post the link in the WhatsApp group for the summary, and you can read a little bit more, and we can talk about what's next up. I'll mark on the screen, guys, where we got up to, so you know where to read from, and then we can continue with that on Thursday. You guys have any questions at all? It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you on Thursday. Danny, maybe you can stay connected for a minute, just so I'll finish. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. See you, Andres. Have a great Tuesday,
See
Ivan.
you. Bye bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye.
guys.
See you. Bye bye.